There he goes for another cast. And it's beautiful to see these people here doing their catch. The catch of God's word. The catch of the day. You know, when you go to the restaurant, sometimes they have the catch of the day. They have that offer. And there's a catch every day for all of us. It's lovely to see the people coming out for that morning reflection. Part of the experience here at the Sea of Galilee, to be right beside the lake and have the opportunity to cast your nets for God's word, for a greater understanding of all the context. I think you already realized about the sunrise, right? So it's obviously in super delayed motion. So I saw something very beautiful yesterday I want to show you. Another feature of spring. I don't think I said good morning, so good morning everybody. I didn't want to make any sound there near the people with their scripture reflection. I didn't want to make any sound with the fishermen. So good morning. Look at this, people. Look what's here. This is another moment of the olives. Look at how many olives are coming here, people. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the future olives. I think every single one of these is going to be an olive. At least in project, in plan. Isn't that amazing? I didn't pay enough attention the last week or two. I think this is the final stage after the flower. I don't think these are going to flower. I think they're the little buds. Oh yes, look over here. I see flowers now. Do you know that olive trees flower? There we go. Oh, okay, so these are going to open up. All of these are going to open up, so we're going to have some more flowers here, people. But there seemed to be an awful lot of pollen there recently at the olives. So this is amazing. Look at the amount of them. We have to keep our eye on these guys for the next few days and see what happens next week. This great old tree with the hole through the middle of it. And we come to the great old tree of Scripture, thousands of years growing, bringing nourishment to our lives. Today the conflict is getting more intense, as it will be still for a while. That's the moment we're in liturgically before Holy Week. And the conflict is each day more intense. Top of the morning to you. Oh, I remember you very well. I didn't want to disturb you when you were praying there.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. We're on live stream here.
Oh, very good.
God bless you. I wonder if these guys stayed out here last night, or they're just preparing something for more people to come. Interesting. So let's look at the text directly. I think that'll be a good idea. we have Jeremiah, and he's feeling very trapped. And people are out looking for missteps he will make. Morning. People want to take vengeance on him. But the Lord is with me like a mighty champion. My persecutors will stumble, they will not triumph. In their failure, they will be put to utter shame, to lasting, unforgettable confusion. Let me witness the vengeance you take on them. He is referring to the accusations against him. He's been terrorized, denounced. Even those who are his friends are now against him. So he's feeling very alone, very attacked, very assaulted. But he has also amazing trust in God. And he has a huge role in the history of salvation. We have the book of the prophet Jeremiah, really a whole school. The book of Lamentations. What an impact he has had. This man of incredible suffering. A sign against a rebellious people. And he's feeling the intensity of the rebellion, but his prayer is going very deeply. You see there in Psalm 18, in my distress I called upon the Lord, and he heard my voice. O Lord, my rock, my fortress, my deliverer. I love you, O Lord, my strength. That's a wonderful line, isn't it? I love you, O Lord, my strength. By the way, the lake is up. The posting yesterday says 30 centimeters from top. So that's about a foot. Those good people there are doing some exercise. Probably some type of meditation exercise. So we'll leave them have their space. That's why they're rolling out stuff there on the ground. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and he heard my voice. The breakers of death surged round about me, and the destroying floods overwhelming me. The cords of the netherworld enmeshed me. The snares of death overtook me. And this is in a certain sense also where Jesus is these days in the gospel accounts. We're in St. John's Gospel, and there's real intense hostility. At the end of chapter 8, yesterday's reading, they picked up stones to throw at him. And today we're in chapter 10 of the Gospel, verse 31. They picked up rocks to stone Jesus. And Jesus stands his ground with calm, and he asks, I have shown you many good works from my Father. For which of these are you trying to stone me? We're not stoning you for good work, but for blasphemy. You are a man, or making yourself God. And actually there we have a very intense formulation of the conflict. Because according to the the understanding of monotheism, how could he claim to be God? And he's doing that. And Jesus appeals to the signs he's doing. The word sign in John's Gospel are those major miracles. For example, the feeding of the 5,000, the third sign. The wedding feast at Cana, the first sign. The healing of the lame man. The healing of the Roman official's son. And just in chapter 9 we read the healing of the blind man at the pool in Bethesda. And then there's still the resurrection of Lazarus. But the ultimate sign is Jesus crucified, because, like we were talking yesterday, we can't argue people into faith. Faith is a gift of grace, and a gift that requires an open heart that receives it. And probably the greatest proof of faith is love. And one of the greatest expressions of love is patience. And that's really what Calvary is about. Parents often long for some way to help their children to believe, to come to the faith, to come back to the faith. People try to argue, sometimes they get annoyed, impatient. Some believers can even harass other people verbally, emotionally. They express their impatience. There's a sense of frustration. All I did for these people, and they didn't believe. And I'm not picking up any stones to throw them at those kind of people, because Jesus himself at the Mount of Olives wept over Jerusalem. But weeping is also a sign of patience. It's just that our humanity can't hold the calm totally. We cry out, we tear up, we feel broken, we feel incapable, unable, overwhelmed, and we can't do anything. We can't do anything about it. And we weep, like when somebody dies. We weep over a loss we can't control. Patience, patience. It's amazing if you put all this opposition to Jesus in Jerusalem together with the fact that 3,000 were baptized on Pentecost. Then there's a swing like we had with Nebuchadnezzar. But that comes through quite a few factors. The fact of Calvary, the incredible love and virtue displayed at Calvary, the resurrection, Pentecost, the preaching of the apostles, and the explaining. So there is explaining involved at times. But then there's a grace, interior grace, and there's an openness to it. There's a reflection about the signs. And especially the sign of the crucifixion. And the crucifixion not just as a physical brutality, but as the strength of the one who was so treated. And like in the words of Jeremiah, revealing the Father's love by being able to endure the incredible hostility with a calm and without, actually in this case, without asking for vengeance. There's a huge turn in the attitude to persecution with Calvary. And it's a real manifestation of total trust in the Father. And the vengeance will take the form of love. and the transformation of hearts. People, I think this morning, I'm not sure when we're going to see the sun. Maybe it'll be another hour. The weather forecast has cloudy until 8 o'clock, but the sun can often come through the cloud. Here there's very little evidence that the sun has risen, other than the general daylight. So I think we'll call it a day in this situation. And continue pondering and praying for all those who are searching for faith and are struggling and maybe hostile to believers. And there are many of those kind of attitudes around. Sometimes they're very sophisticated, sometimes they're publishing, sometimes they're in the media, sometimes they make fun in an aggressive way of believers. And there we can quietly, gently pray, grow in the virtue of patience, carrying that burden of lack of communion with others. It's part of our Holy Week to experience hostility to our faith. Our Holy Week, that's our holy lifetime. People, God bless you. See you later, alligators. Since the sun didn't rise today, you can be the sunrise in your family, in your home, with friends, somebody that's downhearted. Send them a little text, a greeting. God bless you. See you later, alligators.